Hi everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Khushbu Ankit Gandhi and I create awesome content related to makeup, skincare and hair care. In today's video, I will be teaching you some really cute and simple hairstyles which can be worn on many different occasions. So without any further ado, let's get started, and also please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't up until now.
The first hairstyle is going to be a romantic half braid crown. For this, I have partitioned my hair sideways. You can also do a mid parting if you prefer it that way. I will take out a thick chunk of hair from the top of my forehead and divide it into three sections like I would do for a normal three-strand braid. So the first knot is going to be like a normal three-strand braid, right? For the second one, we will be picking a section from the front and join it with the section in the braid. So it's like a half French braid. We are picking sections only from the front and not from the back. So this is what it will give a crown effect. You don't have to repeat this process throughout. I will just be picking up 5 strands from the front of my forehead and attaching it with my entire braid so that it can give me a crown effect. Now it is important that all the sections that you take are pretty thick, only then it will give you that bouncy look. Otherwise it will look too thin and it will not look that impactful. Therefore intentionally I am picking up really thick pieces of hair to be mixed up in my braid. Half French braiding is to be done only till I have covered my front forehead. For the remaining hair, I'll just braid it like I would do a normal 3-strand braid, and in the end I'll fix it up with a rubber band. You can use any rubber band because any which ways we'll remove it in the end. After I'm done with the braid, I'll be pulling out strands like this. This is done to give braid a very bouncy effect, and you can see I'm only doing the back end, not the front end, because I want to give it a crown like effect. Now we'll be repeating the same process on the other end as well. I have taken out a thick section, divided it into 3 strands. The first knot is like a normal 3-strand braid. Then I start picking up sections from the front hair and start mixing it up with the braid so that it can give me a semi French braid effect. And just like in the similar way, I'll be doing this side. The remaining hair I'll braid normally and fix with a rubber band. Now I'll pick both these strands, bring them back together and pin it tightly on their place. So this is the crown that we were talking about. It's important that you pin it nicely, and then you can remove the rubber band and just blend the hair with the remaining hair. From the front section, I'll be pulling out a little strands again to give it that bouncy effect, and I've taken out this small flick and I will be curling it. It's a very thin flick and it will just give it a very romantic look, and with that the look is complete and it looks very romantic. My next hairstyle is this semi-formal ponytail with a puff. For this, I will be dividing the front section of my hair into an ear-to-ear parting. I will be separating out the section using any clutcher or a section clip because you don't want this hair to get in the way. After I have done this, I will take the remaining part of my hair and I will divide it into 2 ponytails. The reason why I am making 2 ponytails is because it will give the illusion of longer hair, which you will see how. So I've taken up all my hair and I have taken out a smaller section of hair and separated it. The upper pony is going to be thicker because it will have to camouflage the lower one also, so the upper is thicker, and I am fixing it up with a rubber band, as you can see. The remaining pony, the one with the remaining hair, has also to be tucked up in a ponytail. I will try and make this pony really high so that the rubber bands are in close proximity, which will make the hiding process very easy, right? And for this I'm intentionally using like a black nylon rubber band because I want it to be as invisible as possible, so therefore I'm not using a thick rubber band, right? So now you can see that I have 2 ponytails and the upper one has easily covered the lower one. Now coming to the front styling, I will take out this box section from the front part of my hair. The idea is to use the arc of your eyebrows to get a proper puff. I am doing slight back combing. It is completely optional, but just to give that poof, I'm doing slight back combing. I will give it a slight twist and fix it up properly with bobby pins. You know, it's important that you secure this hairstyle with bobby pins, because now we'll not be using any more rubber bands, right? So this fixing part is very important. Then for the side sections, I've intentionally taken out a small flick because I want to give some curls. Again, it is optional. If you want to have a very professional corporate kind of look, you can take the entire strand back and fix it up nicely, right? So doing the same thing on both the sides, just picking out the entire section and fixing it properly. At this stage, you can also use a hairspray to fix any baby hair if you want. The remaining hair I am curling because I want to give it a very nice, girly, romantic kind of a look. You can also, as I said, it's completely optional. And tada, this look is also complete. It's a really beautiful look and you can wear it for many different occasions. The last look for this video is this messy fishtail braid, which has to be my favorite, and for this I will be picking up all my hair on one side. The fishtail braids are normally done on the side, especially if you're doing it by yourself, so I'll just fix all my hair on one side and start braiding it. I am intentionally taking out some hair from the front because I want to do a front styling. Right now you have to divide your hair into two sections only. It is not a 3-strand braid. You don't have to divide your hair into 3 sections. Now using your thumb, you will take out a strand of hair and pass it over to the other section and just hold it tightly. Now you'll take another section from the front part and hand it over to backwards. Now if you're doing a fishtail braid without any rubber band on the front, it will take some time, to get a grasp of it, and you just have to repeat this one process. You take a section from the back, you take a thin slice of hair from the back section, you hand it over to the front, and then you take a thin slice of hair from the front section and you hand it over to the back. So it is a very simple step, but it does needs practice, and this is just what you have to do. In fact, the front 5-6 strands, it is really difficult to understand what is happening, but once you go down, the whole fishtail starts coming into existence and you start realizing that, oh, it is a really beautiful braid and it's really messy. The best part is that you can do it even on days when your hair is very greasy and very oily, because it is a messy braid and it really doesn't need that whole finished touch. So you just repeat this entire process. You don't leave a lot of hair in the end. The beauty of fishtail is that you just braid it as far as you can. A lot of people also call it khajuri choti. Then you fix the ends with a rubber band. You can also use a hair to hide the rubber band if you want. Now this is an important part where I'll be pulling out a lot of hair, because this gives the fishtail a very voluminous effect and also a very messy effect, which is the purpose of this fishtail. So this part is really important. You have to carefully pull out the hair so that it doesn't come out completely, but it gives it that whole voluminous and bouncy effect. Now I'll take out some hair from the front so that I can style it in a particular way. What I have seen is that the back of my fishtail, back of my hairstyle is quite loose, so you can pin it up. A lot of people like it loose also, so you can leave it like that also. Now I'll not be curling my hair in this one big thick section. What I'm doing is, as you can see, that I have divided this section into lot of thin slices of hair, and I am curling each one individually, because it will give it a really messy effect. If you take one thick strand and just curl it, it will not give it that effect. So that is the purpose of it. I've taken out really thin strands and curled all of it individually, and you can see the beautiful effect it has created. And this was the final look of this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching it.